closer. Cause beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Hold up, I'm about to get the game stowed up. Take a second just to sit and chill and smell the roses. Looking for acceptance, open doors and never close them. When the hand's dealt, you gotta know when to fold. And if a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down, an apple every day, keeping doctors homebound. Using the word they can be more than a pronoun. And if you don't pray, they be breaking the quotes out. So they say, so they say. Be a good boy, Johnny, don't you ever play with. So they say, so they say.
I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce. Force will be reporting from the sidelines. You take a look at the Trailblazers.
After losing 2 games to this team, you know they don't want to get swept in this season series. A win here tonight would make at least some kind of statement.
And so off the tip, it's the Trailblazers. Nembhard outside. These teams like to get into the half-court stand. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore. But it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions. Well, you got to credit Jackson Jr. He just stuck that big hand out there and swiped it away to start that break.
Nembhard outside. Sharp, no good. And here's Memphis. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Allie, what do you have to say?
I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and coach said he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Nembhard outside. No good with the triple.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Stan, with the trade of Damian Lillard in 2023, Portland was headed in a new direction.
Yeah, Brian, they really decided to go young. Added a top 3 pick in Scoot Henderson. They've been piling up young talent in the Rose City, and now it's all about development. Those players have got to get better. They've got to get good habits. They've just got to continue to grow. They haven't been able to find their rhythm. That's 3 straight misses now.
Bamba, that's good.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
And it's Edwards with the ball for Memphis. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac.
Well, you can tell this team looks to Anthony Edwards to set the tone on the floor. His intensity becomes their intensity. And let me tell you, his intensity is always high.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Now here's Nembhard. Sinks the tray. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Edey. Back to Edwards. 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Payne with it. Bamba covering. Payne, no good.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's Nembhard.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And he's going for the lob. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And gearing up for the alley-oop, just couldn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync there.
Here's Bane. Pass to Edey. Down low. It's stolen by Thibault. Now the Blazers moving it up. Deflects the pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Blazers will retain possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Here's Sharp. And it's Bane with the rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
"55 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Edey. Back to Bane. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And not settling for a jump shot. Bane right at the rim.
Now here's Nembhard. Three-pointer. The rebound by Edey.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
"24 seconds left to play in the first. Back to Edwards.
Well, when Edwards is pulling out pump fakes, it's borderline unfair.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one. Free throw good, Edwards.
Shooting for Memphis, Anthony Edwards.
And both free throws good for Edwards. Blazers trailed by 4. And it's Bane with the rebound. And Edwards slams it in.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. And so it's Memphis leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. A big difference in shooting percentages.
The Grizzlies, 13.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Memphis?
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Recently, player health has been the big talking point around the Memphis Grizzlies stand.
Yeah, B.A., look, and it's really a shame to have such a talented, dynamic team have to deal with all those constant what-ifs and have their seasons so affected by things outside of their control. It's tough.
Here's Pippen. Knocks down the triple. Pippen's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Backing up that last three with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Back to Clark. Kennard on the wing. Pass to Pippen. Launches it. Buries it from 3. Pippen's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Rivers. Here's the pick. And he converts the layup. Rivers has gotten his first bucket of the night.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. All right, now a timeout called by Memphis. And so it's Memphis with it. They've led by as many as 11. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That'll put them right in the middle of a 5-game road trip. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
Nah, in practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Grizzlies with the rebound. Left side Bane to the paint. The kick out to Edwards. Jackson on the wing. Back to Edwards. Avdia pulls it in. Blazers trailed by 9. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, do you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, B.A., you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future. Nice touch on both ends of that alley-oop.
Hey, when he let go of the pass, I had no idea what he was going for. Inside. Here's Edey. The rebound by Bamba.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Nembhard with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Stolen by Bane. To the middle. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, Jackson Jr. is an athlete. A big man with some big-time hops.
The shot by Nembhard, no good.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
And he lobs it up. Stolen by Bane. And stolen by Bamba. Here's Sharp. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. One guy here this evening, Shaedon Sharpe. Incredibly talented, Stan.
Hey, Brian, you talk about a guy with potentially a very high ceiling. He's got all the physical tools you need. His skills are improving. He's still young and still putting it together.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Edey. The kick out to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, it's Memphis missing.
Yeah, and they've taken their foot off the gas a little. They were much more aggressive to start the game and really getting their opponent in early foul trouble.
Throws it up high. And it's Bamba finishing strong.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. The open shot by Edwards. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Edwards has got 11 points.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Isaac. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 7. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Grizzlies. They lead by 7. Outside Mathurin. Back to Edwards. Kennard outside. Jackson left side. Over Isaac. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Jackson's got his second basket of the game. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Mathurin with the ball. Outside Edwards. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Nembhard.
See, right there, you see the patience Edwards has developed. Not forcing it, getting the defender to commit.
Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
Oh, man. Sharp makes that look way too easy. That's elite bounce.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Sharp's gotten 4 this quarter.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Jackson outside. To the inside. Bagley. 6 on the shot clock. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And one thing you can say about the Memphis Grizzlies, they are disruptive defensively, Stan.
Yeah, Brian. They've been in the top 5 in the league in steals, blocks, turnovers forced over the last few years. And let's face it, they're aggressive offensively as well. This team attacks at both ends of the court.
They set the screen to the middle. Stolen by Kennard. That's tipped. Down low. Here's Bagley. And he banks in the layup. Bagley's got his first points of the game.
And it comes off a good pass. Clearly, Mathurin has been well coached on when to give it up.
The shot by Nembhard, no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Outside Edwards. Back to Bagley. The kick out to Edwards. From the arc. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
Well, hey, that's using all of the shot clock, right? Edwards beats the buzzer.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Blazers trail by 14. Here's Rivers. To stop the run. Here's Henderson. And it's Bagley with a rebound. Pass to Clark. Right wing. Here's Rivers. And he lobs it up to the rim. Throw it down on the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. On the wing, Bane takes a 3. No luck on that one.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards. Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
1:19 left in the third quarter. Back to Bane. He squares up and sinks it. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
You can't play lax defense on Bane because he's looking to shoot as soon as he catches it.
Here's Avdia. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Second team.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And also the number of points they've scored in the paint has been impressive. This coaching staff encouraging them to keep going inside.
Blazers trailed by 10. To the wing, right side. Mathurin with a steal. The 3 from Bane. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Next up on the schedule, the Nuggets, a home game. Pass to Pippen. Right side Bane. Here's Pippen, defended by Henderson. Back to Bane. The 3. And it's Azubuike with the rebound. Henderson left side. These are his first free throws of the game.
First personal foul. Third team.
That's good from Henderson.
At the line for Portland, Henderson. Taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Outside Mathurin. He got it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Henderson, right side. He takes it in. Can't hit from in close. Memphis leading by 10 to the right side. Back to Bane. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3 to fall.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Off the outside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Edey. Fires from deep. And it's Azubuike with the rebound. Blazers trail by 11. Off the outside. Outside for Henderson. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Nembhard. Again, the miss by Portland.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Second chance effort. Left side Bane. Now here's Edwards. 6 to shoot. Another shot. Pass to Edey. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Blazers trail by 11. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Nembhard outside. Portland again missing.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharpe. That's his first foul of the game. Outside Edwards. Thibault with a steal.
And in the last two possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
And stolen by Bamba. 3-on-3. Shot is good by Isaac.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Grizzlies lead by 9. Pass to Jackson. Here's Edey. Back to Jackson. Here's Wells. Here's Edey. Covered by Bamba. Shot clock at 5. Inside. Here's Edwards. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. To the paint. Here's Sharp. No good that time. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Oh, he picked him clean. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And that one's good. Sharp.
And it looks like Sharp is fairly comfortable in the mid-range. Having dynamic shot-making ability would be a big plus for him.
Jackson, the screen. Edwards looking it over. Shot clock at 6. Outside Bane. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3. Bane's got 6 points in the quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Grizzlies.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And they've had no trouble finding the win against this squad. They'll wrap up the season series with a clean 3-0 sweep.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Here's Bamba. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And gearing up for the alley-oop, just couldn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync yet.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Out to the right wing. Thibault with a steal. So Memphis takes this one by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.